so grateful today. We're in Cameron Park, and it is our pleasure to have with us today Joe Blanton, who happens to be one of our board members. So, Joe, thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Roxanne, and thank you, Nolan, who's driving. A little wet weather today, but thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So, Joe, we wanted to ask you, there's so many things that make up a touch of understanding, and one item or one area that I know that we're working with that you helped, I think, to help create was the Adopt a School program. Can you share more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. The Adopt a School program has been really successful. What it allows as a business owner or an individual to adopt a specific school, maybe one that's in their neighborhood, or maybe one where they just, for whatever reason, feel close to. And what that does is it helps that school continue to receive the ATOU workshops that are so valuable to creating a positive culture for each and every school where ATOU has a presence, especially for those schools where resources are especially tight. It allows the ATOU workshop to sustain at that school. And so the hope is you adopt a school for one school year, and then you see the value and then continue to adopt that school for years to come, because the program is so impactful, does have such a positive impact, not only on the fourth grade classrooms that we're going into, but the whole culture of the school for those students who even didn't attend the workshop, because they hear from other students about the workshop and they have conversations in the playground, and it just breeds a culture of acceptance.
That's great. Now, I know some of the businesses, there's First Northern Bank down in Roseville that has adopted a school, Sacramento Commerce Bank. A friend of mine and a financial planner in the Roseville area, Steve Sanders, he actually adopted his second school, so he's done two. So we're real grateful for some of the local businesses.
Absolutely. Yeah, I had the opportunity recently to have a conversation with Steve Sanders again and thank them for adopting a school, and it's really important, and it's exciting to see these leaders in the community stepping up and seeing the value in the ATO workshop and the Adopt a School program and supporting it.
That's great. Is there anything you wanted to add that you think is important to share about A Touch of Understanding?
Yeah, I would just encourage, Google, ATOU, A Touch of Understanding. It's been around for 22 years now. If you have the ability, I'd welcome to invite you to one of our workshops to actually see what it is we do.
Great idea.
That's how I got started with ATOU. I was asked to attend a workshop. I did, and it was just amazing. In a span of just a few hours, the culture shift, the mindset shift that changed in the students, from understanding what it's like to be in a wheelchair, understanding what it's like to have some type of disability, and because of that understanding, they're now so much more accepting of people with those differences.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for spending your time with us today. Nolan and I and Leslie and the team and Megan really appreciate everything you do for A Touch of Understanding and for your timeless efforts that you put towards this great organization. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you to you and Nolan for having me. Thank you to our volunteers. Thank you to our board of directors, and thank you to all of you that have chosen to adopt a school on behalf of ATOU and allow the workshops to continue. We really appreciate it. So thank you.
Thanks.
Do you know why math teachers are so good at dancing?
What's that?
Because they have algorithm.
Oh, wow.